All right, folks, good morning. It is Monday. Let's get this week cranking. I actually just got out of a titanium implementation call and just got a new transaction coordinator. So I'm a little bit behind. I'm going to go ahead and look at who I'm going to call today. I know I've got a bunch of leads in my pipeline. Some are new, some are old. So I'm going to go ahead and just get that thing set up in a quick minute or two, and then we'll get right into it. So let's see here. So if you don't mind, just bear with me for a quick minute so I can get this thing set up. That said, I do want to speak. Oh, hey, William. How you doing, brother? How's everything going? Let's get this thing going. How was your weekend, bud? All right. So saying, someone just emailed me or texted, replied to my text saying, I'm interested in hearing your offers. So let's tell her that I'll call you shortly from this number. For some of you folks that are watching who's got a CRM, I absolutely love doing drip campaigns. I know some people are against it. Not necessarily against it. I know why, and I'm going to explain it to you guys. A lot of folks, when they think of drip campaigns, they're thinking, hey, it's a set it and forget it kind of deal, where once you have it set up, you just allow the campaign to reach out to your sellers, right? And so if you were to do it that way and you heavily depend on the drip and you don't pick up the phone and call the sellers, then yes, you are doing it wrong and it will backfire on you. That being said, it's very important that if you do have the drip, you make those phone calls in between those text messages. So you still got to do your job, right? The beauty about the drip campaigns is that it allows you to do multiple tasks. So while I'm talking to someone, my drip campaign is sending out multiple text messages to other people. And one of those people may just raise their hand and say, hey, I'm still looking to sell. So at least now you know who's the next person that you need to call. You know what I mean? So if you do it the right way, it works like magic. It will help you out a lot. If you don't, then it can backfire you. Perfect. So William, how many contracts did I get last week? I personally had 2. As far as the team goes, I believe we have a total of 7 or 8 contracts for the team. Let's see. I am a little bit low on the contracts, and no excuse, but as far as an explanation, I've been working a lot on we've gone back to cycle sales, which is a go high level CRM. So I've been doing a lot of migrating all of our information, all of our contacts, my templates, my drip campaigns back to cycle sales. So that took a lot of time. I got a couple of new folks in my team, so I've been doing a lot of training on that as well. So I haven't had too much time, or at least not as much as I usually do, but still got to get some in there. All right, let's just go ahead and make some calls. While I'm doing this, I'd love to hear from you guys. What are some of the objections that you guys have been getting lately, and what are some of the hurdles that you're coming across in either locking up a deal or getting a deal across the finish line? Drop it on the chat. Let's have a good conversation about it. Let's see what we can do.
Hello.
Hey, is this Dorothy? Dorothy?
Yes.
Excuse me. How are you doing today? It's Caesar.
Oh, yes.
Perfect. Yeah, I was just.
Now, how are you? You're in California,
I am in
and you're
California.
buying property in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes, ma'am. I actually buy properties across the nation. So, at Georgia, Toledo, Ohio, some in Florida, and mainly in Texas.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I am in the communist country of California. That's why I buy properties outside of it. You know,
Well, you're not in a good state.
I know
Well, your state's beautiful, but your government really.
with Governor Hairgel over here, it's hard being a landlord. You know.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
I don't know how anybody can live in California,
I know.
afford it.
I know. I just can't get over the sunshine and the water, but everything else
Uh-huh.
I do not like about it. So it is what it is. So thank you for responding back to my text. It looks like you're looking to sell this property. Is that correct?
Well, I'm not going to sell it right away. I'm curious about you people who, from California, buying real estate in Atlanta. I want you to know I was a real estate agent.
Oh, wonderful.
I am a referral agent. I'm just curious to know what you know about my property.
Yeah, that's a great question. Right now, I don't know a whole lot because if I were to do all the research before I make a single phone call, I probably would never end up calling people, just because there's way too many. That being said, I have done, I've been doing this for quite some time, so I know how to comp within, next 15, 20 minutes as we talk. One thing I always say, Dorothy, is, I've got all the different softwares. I've got Zillow, Homes.com, Redfin Realtor, and all of that, right? But at the end of the day, Zillow never ate in your kitchen. Redfin never slept in your bedroom, and none of my software ever used your bathroom, right? So when I talk to sellers, it's really important for me to know what's going on inside the house, why they're selling, right? And then from there, I'm going to do my comparables to see how much I can sell it on the market. Because at the end of the day, I'm an investor. So I'm either going to buy to flip it or I'm going to buy to keep it, right? But either way, I do need to get information from the seller themselves because those are the information that I cannot see because, like I said, Zillow never ate in your kitchen. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah. So first and foremost, while I'm looking this up, if you were to sell this, I mean, how much are you looking to get for it?
Oh, at least $1.5 million.
$1.5 million. Okay. That's not a problem. So can you tell me a little bit what you got going on over there while I'm looking this up?
Yeah, I'm one of two people that built this street 43 years ago.
Oh, nice.
There are 11 houses on the street, and they're all way above average.
Okay.
Next to us, they're building a $4.5 million house. We're right outside the city limits, but inside the perimeter.
Mm-hmm. I do see that.
So we're like 1.5 miles from Peachtree Road,
Mm-hmm.
and 1.5 miles to the 285, which is a perimeter road, goes around Atlanta.
Yep.
Our location is really good. We're in technically Sandy Springs and not in Atlanta. So our taxes are much better.
Nice.
And we're in good public schools.
Nice. That's always a plus.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right. Well, I'll tell you about my house. It's a copy of my husband and I used to go to Williamsburg a lot, and it's a copy of the Williamsburg Palace. I don't know whether you're familiar with that. Not that it's a big palatial place, but our house and our brick wall and everything is a wood mold brick. It's not a typical brick. And our wall, the wall, which actually belongs to the homeowners association, is not really attached to our house.
Mm-hmm.
And the homeowners association owns the wall. But it's a beautiful curved wall that comes out from our house is like a block. and then the wall kind of curves a little bit and comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And that we have total protection from the street.
Got it. Okay.
It's, well, it's, like I said, the copy of the Williamsburg Palace in Williamsburg. And it's very stately, but simple, understated, but just it's strong, simple architecture.
Uh-huh.
And everything is really, it's all very well done.
Got it.
And there are 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, 9-foot ceilings throughout, big windows. It's a very sunny house. We have a very private backyard with the wall. You know, the wall is on a busy street. It's called Peachtree Dunwoody.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a busy. Are you familiar with Atlanta at all?
Just a little bit. I mean, I do have some properties that I've bought and sold, but I haven't really stayed in there long enough for me to say, hey, I know this market very well. But I do know a little bit of it. I do have a cousin that lives out there as well. Where it's a gated community, and there's literally only 3 of them. Owner of Home Depot, and I forgot the other guy. So I've been there a couple of times.
Uh-huh. Well, anyway, it's a luxury house. You know, it just got big windows, thermopane windows. It's very gracious and open. It's spacious. Has an updated kitchen. The bathrooms are all original. The master bath has been updated a little bit.
Got it. When you say updated, when was it updated and what was done to it?
Well, like the bathrooms, what do? We put some new tiles in the shower. Everything is basically original, but it's been very well kept. The rooms are very spacious. They're all big rooms and with big windows.
Got it. Okay.
It's got a beautiful staircase that is straight, and then it has a nice landing with a big window, and then it goes up 4 steps to the 2nd floor. And there's a 3rd floor bedroom, which is, it's got to be 600 square feet at least, with a nice bathroom, a skylight. In the backyard, like I said, it's all fenced in, and we have a period outbuilding from the Williamsburg era. That's very it's architecturally interesting.
Yep.
So we've got a nice fence across the driveway when we need to close it, like if anybody had a dog, they'd want to keep it closed.
And how long?
I have Eureka.
I'm sorry to cut you off there. How long have you been living there for now?
43 years.
42 years, right? Okay.
Uh-huh.
And if I were to walk in there, will it give me like a 1990 feel to it? 2000, 2025?
Well, 2025 is modern. It's not modern.
It's not modern.
It's very traditional.
Yep, very traditional, right? That's what I thought.
On the street, on the street, we have a mixture of homes.
Mm-hmm.
They're all traditional. One has a big wraparound porch.
Yep.
Another is kind of more, let's see, it's kind of, I should know my neighborhood, right? The house right next to it is a white clapboard house.
Yes, I do see that. Yeah.
Just put on the variety of homes are lovely. They're just all in the same period. I don't know. We get a lot of compliments on what a cozy street it is.
Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful neighborhood.
It really is a beautiful neighborhood. because we had architectural restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
We built 5 of these houses, and they all had the same brick. We did a gray shingle house. You know, they're all traditional American houses. There's a stucco house. There's 2 houses have front porches. One has a wraparound porch. The other has a front porch. There's a cul-de-sac. There are like 2 cul-de-sacs on top of the street. I don't know. You'd almost have to see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where does your cousin live?
Oh gosh, I can't remember exactly the neighborhood. All I know is I went there. It might be
outside the city limits.
It's outside of the city limit. I know I went there. Beautiful home. I mean, he in his basement he has a half a court, basketball court, and a wrestling gym because he loved to wrestle. And like I said, when he drove me in there were literally 3. He only had 2 neighbors. It was a gated community. So I couldn't remember exactly where it was. It's been a while since I've been there. I was there maybe like right before the pandemic. So maybe 2018 was the last time I went to go visit him. So it's been a while.
Yes, it has been a while. Atlanta's grown tremendously.
I know.
Since you've been here.
That's what I heard. Well, man, let me ask you. I mean, it sounds like you've got a beautiful home. You're in a great neighborhood. You've been there for 42 years. You got plenty of memories there. I mean, what got you looking at potentially selling?
Why, my husband's 90 years old, and I'm 83.
How old you said?
Pardon me?
How old are you? You said
83.
80.
82.
You do not sound 82 at all. I'll tell you that, man. And I'm not blowing smoke up your butt, you know.
I am 82.
Wow.
I'm a pretty spry 82-year-old.
Yeah.
Anyway, but like I'll go back to the master. I bet the master bedroom, it's large.
Mm-hmm.
And I should know the square footage. I don't. It's at least 20 feet long by probably 15 feet wide. It's got a huge closet, a bathroom off of that, which has a tub, a toilet, and a shower, double sinks. I told you it's got 9-foot ceilings throughout the whole house. We have a full basement, which has high ceilings, but it's not finished. Each bedroom is very large, and they have bathrooms, 3 full bathrooms.
Yeah. Gotcha. So you mentioned you're looking to sell because you guys are getting up there. Are you guys looking to downsize? Are you going to maybe a family member, or what's the situation?
Well, I do have one son in Atlanta who could potentially, I would give the house to the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 children. But I don't know whether he wants to live here. Because they live close by in a nice house.
Got it. Okay. And if you don't mind me asking, how did you come up with the 1.5?
Because I know what the prices are selling for.
Yep.
And mine is a one-of-a-kind house.
It is,
I
yeah.
mean, we're the only ones in Atlanta with the wall coming out of the house. It's a replica of the Williamsburg Palace in Williamsburg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, I understand. I think just as as you were talking, I probably would not be the right buyer for you. At this point, I think the best thing is, like you mentioned, you were a realtor before. I would put it up on the market if you guys are really serious about selling, because someone will pay for that, but that person would be living in there. You know what I mean? For me,
what do you do? You flip them?
I would flip them. Yeah, I wouldn't live there. I would just buy it, fix it up. And when I say fix it up, I'm not saying your house is distressed because it's not. But I would make it, a little bit modern, but still keeping that old traditional look to it. You know what I mean? And so the reason why I'm saying I'm not the end buyer for you is because I'm looking at some of the properties that are selling on the market right now. There's one that's a 5-bed, 5.5, 4,830 square feet for 1.175. It's off of Crestwick Point. There's another one off of Mabry Place, 1.56, 5-bedroom, 5.5, 4,000 square feet. And so, I mean, yours is 3489. So if I were to look at it, if I were to fix and flip this, I can probably, put it up on the market around 1.35, 1.4, kind of like right in between those two. But if I'm going to sell it for that price point, and I'm looking at, especially in that neighborhood, I would probably put in $100,000 to $150,000 of repairs before I can sell it at that price point. And so if I were to look at all of that, plus all of my closing costs and holding costs, then obviously, as you know, you've been in the real estate market. I mean, I would have to buy it a lot lower than that for me to make, you know what I mean? Because if I'm gonna spend $1 million, risk $1 million.
This is not a house to buy and flip.
Yeah.
This is a house for someone to buy.
Exactly.
Like it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, this is the reason why I have the conversations, because at the end of the day, not every call is a deal, and it just really depends on the situation. And right now, based on the way you're describing it and what I'm looking in your neighborhood, I think you're right on that right price point. You're probably a little bit too high, but if you're really looking to sell, I would hire a realtor and put it up on the market instead of talking to investors, because an investor would have to buy it a lot less.
No, I'm just curious about you investors. I know you want to get it at a good price, and I'm not willing to give this house away at a good price.
Exactly.
It's a good house.
Absolutely.
It's a one-of-a-kind house.
Absolutely. 100% agree with you. Well,
Okay.
Dorothy, it was a pleasure speaking with you. Wish you the best. And like I said earlier, you do not sound 82 at all. I was surprised when you said that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That made my day.
That's why I was like, "Hey, how old again?" So yeah. Well, if for some reason, I know life sometimes happens, if things do change and you need to sell and you're willing to take a discount for a quick sale, please let me know. I typically close within 30 days, and I will bring in cash, so you don't have to worry about us getting pre-approved or anything like that at all. But it's got to be in a situation for you to do that. I'm sorry?
What's the name of your company?
Yeah, great question. So I'm literally just by myself and a couple of other people. I'm doing this just so that I can leave some behind for my kids, right? So I'm not big part of a hedge fund. I don't have a company. I do have my LLC, and I named it after my late brother, Xavier Property Group. And so that's how I operate.
Now, where are you in California?
I am in LA.
Oh.
Yeah, I was in the Bay.
With all the riots going on?
Oh yeah, I was in the Bay Area for a while too. So, it is what it is. But Dorothy, I would love to continue this conversation, but I have a seller that's been calling me twice already, so I do need to call her right back. Like I said, if anything changes, add my information to your contact list. You never know; you might need me in the future. All right, bye bye.
Right, thanks, bye.
That's way too long of a conversation, guys. I'm not happy about that, but at least I recognize it. Hey James, thanks, man. I don't know, great conversation for someone. It's like a good rep to have. That was my first phone call, so even though I'm a little ticked off about it, I get it. There are times when it might just take a couple of quick calls to be like, okay, like what are you doing, Caesar? Like, wake up. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if this were to happen an hour later, an hour into the session, then yeah, I'd be really, really pissed. But I just wanted to share this with you guys. Here's one thing that I do want you guys to understand, where a lot of people are very concerned of what percentages, what type of percent on the profit would you like to see, or how much profit you'd like to see. So on something like this, if you look, you know, my ARV is 1.4. I probably want this like at 750. I mean, prime would be like to do this, right? And then sell it at 49,000. Get a 49,000 assignment fee, right? Price to buyer at 800,000. This would be a great deal for someone. Why? Because they're risking 1.1 million. This is one thing that I've seen a lot of people don't look into, and I also didn't look into it in the beginning until I got with titanium, right? What you need to look at more than anything else is, if this is your money and you're risking $1.1 million, what would look better? $100,000 in this box right here, or 283,000, right? It's a huge risk. So on something like this, someone, you know, end buyers have told me this, and it was a wake up moment for me, because I had one before where I did something like this. I just want to show you guys, okay? Where I was like, maybe I did this, 850. Oops, all right. Like this. This is exactly how I had it. And you know what they told me? It goes, Caesar, like 1.2 to earn 180. Oh, actually, no. What I did was this. Sorry, I'll do it. Because what I wanted to do, guys, I'm not even making any sense right now. Okay, this is what I did, actually. This is exactly what it was. Or I was marketing a property, 1.2. I'm like, hey, man, dollar in, dollar out, right? You guys have heard me say this many times. Dollar in, dollar out. $150,000 of repairs, man, you get $153,000 back. This is a great deal. And so my guy was like, well, Caesar, I can do that. Or why don't I just buy 3 houses at $400,000 a pop, right? At $400,000 a pop. That'll give me 1.2. I'll be all in the same amount. And I can get $50,000 of profit from each one. I would rather do that and spread my risk between 3 properties versus risking all 1.2 million in one house just to earn 150,000. And it opened my eyes, because I'm like, man, I never even thought about it that way. And why? Because I'm not a flipper, right? I'm inexperienced. So once someone mentioned that to me, I was like, holy moly, that makes so much sense, right? And so on something like that, yeah, the dollar in, dollar out, that makes sense. But at certain price point, it doesn't make any more sense, right? Because you're now playing with millions of dollars. You don't want just dollar in, dollar out. You want to make sure that if you're risking 1.2, you're getting a good chunk of money. And that's why, knowing that now, I would lock this up like at 700, 750. Like that looks good, right? 1.1, you get $300,000 back. I can even scale this down to 35,000 if I have to. Boom. 300,000 profit in the next 6 months. Someone would risk 1.1 for $300,000. I think. I can be wrong. Do you guys see the big difference there? Right? Before, I would have locked that up at 880. Right? Thinking like, oh man, that's a good number. $150,000 in, $150,000 out. Dollar in, dollar out. But no, not anymore. This would be like at 700 or $750,000 is what I would offer on this deal. So just wanted to share that with you guys, because that was a learning moment for me. And, you know, if I can share some of those key ideas, learning moments. Hopefully that will speed up your learning curve. Jermaine, what's up, buddy? Caught the end of that talk. Just give me some value. I'm on right. Cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. James McPherson, thank you. Hopefully that made sense, man. So let's get right into it. Look at my opportunities. I'll call this dead. Oh, you know what? This is not going to be dead. I'm going to put this in long-term follow-up. Ooh, look at that. I'm not thinking today. So some of you guys might put that as a dead lead. I don't. I put it in my long-term follow-up because in my long-term follow-up, I have a drip campaign that will literally email or text them once a month just to say hello and see if life has changed. Because you just don't know, right? Life changes, and next thing you know, what if something happens where they do need to sell? You want to be able to be right in front of them when that happens. So long-term follow-up, every 30 days, we'll send them a text message. Let me see who else responded. Just want to see who responded to my text messages. Jesse, no, David. I'll respond to you later. Alex. Let's talk to Alex. This guy said $700,000 now cash. So let's see what he said. All right. Hey, Alex. Good morning. Caesar here. I just sent you a text. You responded to me earlier about your property on Schofield.
Which one is it?
64 Schofield. Is that your property or?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So looks like you're looking to sell this property. Is that correct?
I'm in the middle of something right now. But if you give me $700,000 right now, cash, you can have it.
Say that again.
And if you give me $700,000 right now, cash, you can have it. It's all yours. I can move it tomorrow if you want. And I don't want to jump around. I don't want. Just don't make me waste my time, all right, please?
Well, I don't mind paying you $700,000 house, but I got to make sure that you have a $700,000 house. So if you expect me to pay you $700,000 without giving me any information, then you're talking to the wrong person, buddy.
You already know my address. Stop by, take a look at it, okay?
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I'm not ready to set the week.
Well,
I'm not ready to set the week right now.
That's
okay.
Fine. You can talk to another buyer, bro. Have a good one.
You got it.
Don't have time for your shit. Long-term follow-up. Let's go. Once a month. 3. Yeah. All right, who else? I'm the realtor and not on MLS. It's a unique property. Just complete a survey as we are thinking of keeping 10 acres. Let's see. Les. Explanation on the comping tool. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just there's certain price points where things don't make sense and you just got to be aware of it, you know? So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Tara. What is this person saying? I just realized my prop stream is not working. I need to reach out to the person that's in charge of it. 1 second, guys. It's kind of hard to do without prop stream here. Let's see. Oh, this is straight up land. Or no, it's not. Okay. Let's call it. Hello?
Hello,
Hey, is this Tara?
this is.
Tara, good morning. It's Caesar. You and I were texting back and forth by a property on Tank Farm Road.
Yes, sir.
How you doing today?
I'm good.
Good, good. So you're the realtor, but you guys don't have it up on the market. Is that right?
Well, it's actually I am the trustee of the estate. It was my parents' property,
Oh,
but I
okay.
don't have it on the market. We're trying to. My brother wants some acreage, and we have to get an easement, and yeah, all that stuff. So it's kind of slowed the process down.
Got it, got it. Okay. And you guys don't know how much acreage you guys want to keep or how much you guys want to sell? Where are you guys in the process?
Right now, there's like almost 46 acres all on the river. He wants to keep 10.
Okay.
That's what we're shooting.
So you're
So
looking
it'd be
to,
about 6 acres on the river.
got it. And is there a house there too, or is it just straight up land?
No, there's a house there too. It was built in 77. There is a 80 by 100 red iron shop. I want to say up the hill. That's where the house is up the hill, because down the hill is I don't know, 40 by 60 red iron building that you can ride horses in the winter. There's an arena. It needs a little TLC. There's some outbuildings and other storage buildings on the property.
Got it. Okay. And I mean, do you guys know how much you guys are looking to get for it, or?
Well, I don't have a price yet because I don't know if we're going to separate the land or not.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Okay. I mean, I would love if you keep my information for now, and then once you guys kind of have that dialed in, then maybe we can have a conversation. You know what I mean?
Right.
So in that way, I can.
You actually, if you go on Converse County Assessors, you can actually see I want to say a view of it.
Mm-hmm.
An aerial photograph. Yeah, there's
Oh, nice. Okay.
a place that shows it. If you type in Mangus in the search bar, it comes up with Mangus Living Trust.
Okay.
Let's see, Mangus. No, it's Revocable Trust.
Revocable trust.
And then you
Okay.
hit map, go on different view sites, and I hit Google, and then it shows an aerial picture of the property. You can see the river and
Wonderful.
the
Okay.
arena, the house, outbuildings. So
Got it. Does the river go through the land or the property? I mean.
it borders the land. The whole, I guess it would be the south side of the property has the river all along it.
Got it. Okay. All right. I mean, this great, initial notes that I have here. Why don't we do this? You want me to just maybe touch base with you a month from now, or what's your guys' timeline?
That sounds good. A month would be good. Yeah, because we're still waiting on Pacific Corp, the power company, to grant easement. So.
Yep. Okay. All right. Why don't we do that? Because then, yeah, like I said, like right now, for us to have a long conversation, for me to comp anything, like it'd be, I think it'd be a little bit of a waste of time, just because we don't know exactly what you guys want to do. You know what I mean? Once we have that, then I can figure out like what would make sense, if it would make sense for me.
Right. Okay.
Cool.
Great.
All right, Tara, it was a pleasure. Appreciate you. You have a good one.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Now we're on a roll. 4-minute call. Let's go. Let's call back next month. This is what I call end progress. And 23, call back in 30 days. Check notes. Tara Oakley. Let's see. All right. All right, guys, I'm getting a lot of pings from my team real fast. So I just want to see if they need me at all. Just bear with me. Okay, cool. All right. Okay. Oh, man.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, Will. Good afternoon. Caesar here. You and I were trading text messages last week about your property on South Kingway. You asked me to give you a call today, so that's all I'm doing. Give me a call when you get this. All right, this person's not. Let me add this person real fast, guys. Out of Corpus Christi. Let's go. She said she's under contract and her closing date is end of June. So let's see what she says.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 36144 available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey Alice, good morning. Actually, good afternoon now. Caesar here. Long time no talk. Hope all is well. We spoke about your property out in Corpus Christi. You mentioned to me that you were under contract and you're closing at the end of June. So I just wanted to call and see how that's going. And if for some reason it's not hitting the finish line, give me a call. Let me know. I can always be your backup buyer. Okay. Thanks, Alice. Bye. Oh, there's one seller I do want to talk to.
Hi, this is Teresa.
I'll call you back.
Okay,
Bye.
cool. But who else do I need to call today? Sweet. Let's go. This guy is Peter. Oh yeah, this guy said call him after the 20th.
Hello, San Francisco.
Hey, is this Peter?
This is he.
Peter, good afternoon. Caesar here. How you doing?
Good, how are you? Oh, what's up, Caesar? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. You asked me to give you a call after the 20th. He sounds like you were out of town or out of the country.
I was out of town, yeah.
Nice.
But I'm back now. Yeah.
Wonderful. You're back in town now, huh?
I am, yes, yes.
Wonderful. Yeah, I was just reaching out to you. Just wanted to see if you're, by any chance, still looking to sell your property out on Meter Street.
I mean, I'm always like interested to hear offers, but like, to be like honest, I know what it's worth. I do like real estate myself, and like I'm not interested in anything. I mean, I wouldn't even consider hearing anything under at least 390. To be 100% honest, I know your guys' business model is a little bit. If I'm kind of reading it right from the last property I sold with a company like this, that I know you guys, rehab and then try to make a margin, obviously, but I'm just not in like a crunch to like sell something right now. I mean, there's still some room there, obviously, but I don't know what type of margins you guys are looking for,
Yeah, no, I completely understand. So, I mean, first and foremost, man, I appreciate you telling me up front. Just saves us a whole lot of time. So very quickly, I mean, based on the information you're giving me, I mean, what's the current market value of that house at its current condition? Do you know?
I mean, it's in the mid-4s right now.
Oh, mid-4s?
Yeah, the last time I looked, it was like 450 or something, or 440.
Oh, okay. You currently live there? Is this a rental or what?
No, I live there. I own it. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Okay. So if it's in the mid fours, you're willing to take, sell it at 390. I mean, what got you looking to sell? If you don't mind me asking.
I mean, nothing really. I just, like I said, I do real estate myself. I have like a couple rental or a couple properties I'm about to build on, and I mean that wasn't my forever home. But to be honest, I like bought that house when I was still married with my ex-wife. We broke up a month after that. I kind of just been in there for the last 6 years while I was building my other businesses. I'm always kind of looking for a different place, so it's not like that's my forever home necessarily, like I said. So
got it.
Okay.
Okay.
I've done some stuff to it. I mean, I put a new roof on it. I don't know, a few months ago. So it's not in bad shape or anything. It needs like a couple cosmetic things inside. Basically, when I bought it, there was a couple that was living there, and they were starting to like rehab it from bottom to top, and we got to like the bottom place, did the kitchen over, they did the bathroom upstairs over, they did some of the we're starting to do the ceiling and stuff in there, but then the guy kind of like died 1 minute to the next, snow blowing, and so I got it. It was just kind of a perfect time. So
Yeah.
I'm planning on doing like fixing some of the recessed lighting and stuff like that in there. But again, if someone's gonna come in like you, then they'll kind of not have to have me do all that stuff, because that's kind of what you guys are about to do.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you.
I did put a new roof on it already. So
nice.
Function works in there. Yeah.
Well, that's a big ticket item, so that it definitely helps out.
Exactly, but that's where I'm kind of stuck on that number, because I don't really want to come down there just based on that alone.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, right now, in order for me to sell this at 450, like, what are some of the things that I would need to do, and how much do you think it's going to cost me?
I mean, like the bathroom downstairs needs to get like kind of overhauled to the basics, like new shower, like tile, stuff like that. It's like it would be pretty basic. I think bathrooms always fell places. So, and then there's like the ceiling on the downstairs level needs to get some of it's textured, some of it's not. So it just needs to get smoothed out. It's a grinding and a paint. It basically needs paint and like light touch up stuff for the most part. There's like carpeting on the stairs. I could probably stand to come up. These are things that I was gonna do. Stand to get ripped up and putting new stuff on there like that. So it wouldn't be like a crazy amount of money. It's not like you're putting like 100K into it or nothing, but I think probably like 20, something like that.
20K.
And that's me estimating doing it myself, or something. So I mean, you guys could probably get it done way cheaper and easier, but yeah.
I see. Yeah. Do you owe this out? Do you owe any more money into this, or you own it outright?
It's kind of like a weird situation. So like I own it outright, but like I have like a personal kind of loan from someone. So it's like, I owe them a little bit still, but it's not like on paper necessarily. So, I can sell it one day to the next really easily. Got it. Okay. Yeah, there's no like traditional mortgage or nothing per se.
Oh, so is it like a seller finance kind of deal, or?
Yeah, it was just like a thing. I was working with this person. They kind of just loaned me the money, and then the relationship kind of fell apart. But I'm still were friendly enough to keep where we have going. So
got it.
I haven't like refinanced or anything. Just haven't made it. So
yeah. So if I'm hearing you correctly, I mean, you really have no motivation to sell this unless the price is right?
Maybe price motivated for sure. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, because I mean, right now,
I get how it works. I'm not trying to get top, but I mean, at the same time, I kind of, if I do the stuff myself, I'd be able to. So.
Yeah, no, I completely understand. I mean, I'm kind of like running it with your numbers, like 450.
Yep.
I think 450 might be a little bit on the optimistic side, but I do definitely see it between 4 and 450. Maybe 420, 430 would be the top end. Now, when you say $20,000 for the repairs, whenever I look at that or I hear it, I always just add myself $10,000, $15,000 extra just to give myself a little bit of cushion, right? Like you've been updating, 10, 15,000 easily evaporates. And so I'm looking at 30, 35 max. And so after I pay all the closing costs twice, plus realtor fees when I sell it, and any holding costs, I mean, in order for me to make any sense to it, I mean, I would have to be like low threes on it. So if you don't have any wiggle room, then you're right. I'm definitely not the right buyer for you.
Yeah, low threes I wouldn't do. I mean, maybe if I if I found another place and like started looking and like maybe like 375 or something like that. But like I don't know. I just any lower than that, I just don't really want to consider it because it doesn't make sense for me honestly right now. I mean, I'll just rent it. I'll just rent it out for fucking 2,500 or 3K a month. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I've gotten those offers just as is right now already. So
Yep.
without having to do anything, so I'll just I'll just make some money for a few years or something.
No, I completely understand, man.
And just do an equity loan and just
Exactly.
get a new place like that. So
no, I completely understand.
Look, if you want to put an offer together and like send it to me, I'm happy to like look at it. And just maybe it'll make me change my mind. I don't know, but I don't want to waste your time at the same time. But I mean, I'm always happy to look at offers. I just want to preface that where like if you're gonna come in at like 280 or something, that I'm not there's no way.
Yeah. No, I completely understand. Well, I mean, right now, any offer I would make to you, I think it would be pretty offensive. So if anything, if you don't mind, one, if you can just add me to your contact list, because you never know when things change in the future. And then two, I also have my system just send you a very small hello text message once a month only. I'm not going to bombard you. But if things change and you're like, hey, I actually need to sell this because I found something and I can let it go for cheaper, then feel free to respond. Or if you know anyone that's looking to sell a distressed property, I can close as quick as 14 days. So I just want to keep my name in the forefront of your mind in case you need me. Does that sound cool?
Sure. No, I definitely have a couple people in mind. So yeah, hit me up once a month, and if anything changes, I'll definitely use you.
Peter, it was awesome, man. You're a good guy. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, good to talk to you.
Okay, bye. Long-term follow-up. No motivation. Did you guys hear that? He said if it's at 280, so that means that's what he's getting. So it's funny. This is what I had on my calculator, right? Added at 300 with 25,000. Your all in is 409. You make 41,000 bucks right there. So yeah, so actually 280 would be the right number. Like that looks pretty good for someone. You put in 400,000, you get about $61,000 to return. I mean, even if we get beat up by the buyers, like that's pretty good. So that 280 is actually the right price point. You guys have any questions on that? Those little things, those little details, I used to not be able to pick that up because when you're new, you're thinking of so many different things, right? So every little thing takes up huge amount of brain capacity. But as you get your reps in, you get you get experience, things start to slow down. It doesn't take up that much brain capacity just to think. So watch out for those little details that they might throw at you, because that can definitely help you out, the next time you talk to them. In the beginning, though, don't even worry about it. If you have a CRM, it's recorded. If you don't have a CRM, if you have an Apple Watch, right, record your calls so you can always go back to it, take notes, and then you can always call that person back. In this case, I'm going to put in my long-term follow-up. So every month, it's going to shoot him a text just saying hello. And one day, he's going to raise his hand and say, "Yup, I'm looking to sell." let's create an opportunity for this guy. Boom. Oh gosh, guys, my back's killing me today. Steven. Did I ever talk to this guy? I don't remember talking to this guy. No, this guy wants to be called back in 10 weeks. We put him in a long-term follow-up. Let's see. Oh, nice. My seller that I sent the contract to over the weekend, she's going to go meet with her lawyer at the moment. Do you guys know if we can wholesale in North Dakota? I'm not 100% sure. Let me punch that in. All right, I'll worry about that later.
Please leave your name, your telephone number, and a message.
Hello?
Hey, is this Harry?
Who's this?
Hey, Harry, good afternoon. My name is Caesar, calling about your property on Glen Point. You might have either filled out a form on my side or spoke with one of my guys a while back. Just wanted to see if you're still looking to sell that property by any chance.
Can you call me later? I'm in the middle of something.
Oh, yeah. What's a good time for me to call you back?
Give me a couple of hours. I'll be all right.
Yeah, I'll call you back in a couple of hours. Thanks, man.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye. All right, let's call this guy at 2 p.m. when I get back. Perfect. All right, so I'm seeing we've got a few folks on here watching, listening. If you guys drop it on the chat, want to see who's on here. Drop your name, where you're from, how long you've been in the business. Are you listening because you're at your W-2, or are you listening because you're making calls as well? Drop it on the chat. Appreciate it. To see who is watching. Will, driving your routes, huh? Nice. Oh my gosh, this person never. Oh my gosh, I can't believe. Alright, let me call this person.
Brian Owen. Brian Owen.
Hey Brian, good afternoon. Caesar here, calling about your property on West Pratt Boulevard. You and I were texting each other on Saturday. I had to step out to spend time with the family, so I'm back in the office. It looks like you're looking to sell this property. I am looking to buy. Give me a call when you get this, okay? I'll shoot you a quick text so you have my phone number. Thanks. Donna. What do we do here? This is the lady. She wants 400. 330. James, hop on right now, brother, if you want to hop on. Although I'm going to get off in the next 30 minutes. So if you want to hop on and make a quick phone call or two.
Hi, this is Donna. Leave a message after the tone with your phone number, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hey, Donna. Good afternoon. Caesar here. You and I had quite a bit of a lengthy conversation last week about your property on Elgin Avenue. You're going to laugh at me because for some reason I cannot find the notes where I wrote all my notes. So I know you and I had spoken, and you currently live in Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. But I would love to have another chat with you, see what we can do here. Give me a call when you get this. You got my number. Caesar here. Bye. I need to listen to first call notification. Dale. I think this is it, guys. This is the one. Let's go.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please. Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, Dale. Good afternoon. Caesar here. You and I were trading text messages last week. You asked me to give you a call after the weekend. So that's all I'm doing. Calling about your property on North Center Street. Looks like you might be looking to sell this deal. If you are, I am looking to buy in that neighborhood. Give me a call when you get this, okay? I'll send you a quick text. Thanks. All right, let's look. I think I got a couple of chats here. Farai, did I say that correctly? Is it Farai? Am I calling old leads? Yes. So I am calling some newer leads, and I'm just going through my CRM, some that are what I call in progress or hot, anyone that I sent out a contract to. So I usually go from right to left. So anything that I sent out contracts to, I want to start with that, right? Because that's where we make our money. Make sure that they get signed, and then I go into from contracts sent to offers made to hot leads. Those are I tag hot when I have a pretty good feeling about them. In progress, and then I move my way down to new. Um, Now, any new leads that are coming in, obviously that trumps any and every lead. So the new leads will come first. And so, yeah, so I just do it that way. Will Tim had a good call Saturday? Which one are you talking about? I definitely had a couple of calls with him. So, yeah, man, I love doing that when I'm able to just kind of tell, not just him, but anyone, give a couple of key pointers here and there. And I look for that as well, by the way, guys. So like there are times when I'm on the phone with Jacob, Brett, some of these other guys that are just killer closers. I mean, they're in the back, putting their key pointers as well. Because when you're on the phone with someone, the speed is so much different, right? It's a lot quicker. So I'm human. So there are definitely times when I make mistakes, miss those key moments of truth. So yeah, it's always nice to have a buddy to be like, hey, ask this or you missed this. James, yeah, dude, let's hop on together, man. It'd be cool to have you on here. Yeah, it was definitely great teamwork. Dude, great question, Fry. It really just depends, because once you have a good amount of leads, it's like getting new leads, is it really worth it? Obviously, new leads are new leads, right? Especially if there's high motivation. But I also want to make sure that I'm not just buying leads for the sake of buying leads, right? So I want to make sure that I'm hitting these people up. Once I get a good amount of touches and they're not answering or whatnot, then I'm like, okay, time to buy newer leads. Well, 55, I don't remember exactly. I do remember having a call with him where I was coaching him on the sidelines. I just can't think of it to save my life right now. Oh, nice. One of my sellers said that they're working with someone. If it doesn't plan out closing, contact you. Great. Sweet. All right, guys. I got to switch from acquisition to dispo. I got to take a little bit of time to meet with my dispo gal. We're going to collab, look at what deal she's working on, what deal she needs my help with. She does have quite a bit in her pipeline, so I'm stepping into the dispo side. Yeah, I think I'm a little harsh on myself when I say I'm not good at it. But that's how I feel at the very moment. Doesn't mean I won't be good at it. I just enjoy the acquisition side more than the dispo side. So I'm actually glad that she's a little busy because obviously that's a good problem to have, right? That means we have deals in the pipeline, but it also gives me the opportunity to step into the dispo side. For some of you folks who are doing acquisition, yes, I would JV it as much as possible, so that way you can just focus on the acquisition side. That being said, if you have a good amount in your pipeline, let's say you have 4 deals in the pipeline, it doesn't hurt to try to dispo the 5th one yourself, right? And the reason why I say that is because it will just give you the chance to actually talk to end buyers, to be able to see and hear how they're looking at your deals. It hits differently when an end buyer tells you that it's a shit deal versus coming from me, RJ, or any of your team members. You know what I mean? So the analogy that I like to use is that you can go to the batting cage as often as you want and have that machine just pitch you that ball and you hit it. But it's a different speed when you step up to the plate and you have an actual pitcher pitching you 90 miles an hour, right? It's very different. And so I want my guys to feel that. I want them to dispo some of their deals so that they can understand where the dispo people are coming from. And in that way, you can be a better acquisition manager or acquisition guy. So some to definitely think about. I wouldn't slow down my acquisition just for the dispo. But like I said, maybe if you do every 4, you JV the 4 first deals, the 5th one you dispo it yourself, and you get more experience out of it. Cool. Before I get off, just want to see if you guys have any last minute questions, concerns, or any feedback, I should say. Whether, things that I know I only got on a few calls today, but if there's anything that you would have done differently, guys, please, I always say I have very little to no ego. It's all about growing together and inspiring each other. So any feedback that I get from you guys to help elevate my game, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Other than that, smash that like button, help your boy out. If you're new and this is your first time here, if you got some key ideas out of this call, subscribe, because we do this 3 days out of the week. I do believe I provide a good amount of value for a lot of the new folks on there. Cool. Other than that, guys, have a great day. Hope you have a fabulous Monday, start of the week. And if not, guess what? Good news is you still have 6 more days. So let's make things happen. All right, guys, have a good one. I'm out.